してこっちが。
どうも、キリトです。
今日から私たちしばらくの間新しいゲームにインすることになったの。
どんな世界なんだろうな。
Hey y'all guys, how you guys doing? We are back here at the Kaisaya Community Cup Arena of Valor, our featured game for the month of July. I'm still here, your host Kaisaya, and with me is KazeeB and Vittorio. And of course, up next, this is actually our second to the last series that will be casted and hosted by us. Mavis Fortune onto the red side and Light Chasers onto the blue side. And I think both of the teams are ready. So just to give you an idea, Mavis Fortune is actually our representative from Indonesia. And Light Chasers, this is from, let me just verify because, yeah, Light Chasers is from the Philippines. So, I'm not too sure what to expect for this match as of yet, but maybe we can ask our casters. KazeeB, any thoughts or expectations for this matchup?
I personally don't know either of the teams, but I do see some familiar IGNs like Kyo-san and Vinsmoke. Is that Vinsmoke gaming?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. Yeah, and he's currently with some Indonesian friends. So, and if maybe some of our viewers will get confused, why is there a mix-up? Mix-up is totally okay. And in the form, in the registration form, I've asked her what country they will be representing, and they have to put in the country as to where most of the members are coming from. So in this case, for Mavis Fortune, most of the members are coming from Indonesia, so they represent Indonesia. But for the meantime, an Elandur priority ban in here for the side of Light Chasers, and also hovering out of Florentino as well. Is there something that we can tell already from the ban so far as of yet, Vittorio?
For me, maybe they're gonna prioritize a Zip or a Laville, but we never know because some of the teams here just want to go with their comfort picks. And based on the other games for today, it was always one-sidedly dominating. So I'm hoping that this time the games are gonna be somewhat equal grounds.
Let's see if that will be an equal grounds indeed. A respect ban on an Elaine. Is that worth it? KazeeB.
Personally, I don't think that Elaine is worth a ban. I mean, I'd ban a Zip over an Elaine, even a Laville over an Elaine. I'm not sure why there's a prio ban there, but yeah, we'll see if that will pay off.
Let's see if that will definitely pay off. But a Zip, ooh, getting locked in. I think this is the first time that I will be seeing a Zip again in action for the totality of day 7 so far. And for me, I think it is already looking good for just alone on the first 2 picks of Mavis Fortune. But what can you say so, Vittorio?
I don't like the Florentino ban. He's not a bannable hero. He doesn't have a lot of impact. And I don't like the Volcat priority pick. This is the first time I've seen a Volcat. Usually, if you first pick a Volcat, you're gonna get countered a lot. And we see here a Laville Zip. This is one of the best prio picks. They already got 2 of them, so I'm thinking they're gonna be having an advantage in the drafting depending on the mid lane that they get.
Well, for sure, let's see about that. I'm actually also getting confused onto what kind of play Light Chasers might want to put on this match right now, because we can see a Senial. We don't know if they want to poke or if they want to dive, because we can see both sides coming in, because there's the poke coming from Violet and the dive coming from Senial and Volcat. So we don't know that as of yet, but it could be a free hitting Violet coming from the backline. But for the meantime, it is a Richter DS lane so far, because we got a Sip as a supporter ready. Any good matchup against this Richter on the DS side, KazeeB?
When I'm used this Richter pick, I struggle a little bit with Lubu or any of the heroes that have lifesteal like Kilgroth or Errol.
Okay. And also Lubu, like what you have mentioned a while ago. Well, let's see. They can clear their lanes fast. They can also, like especially if you don't have an anti-heal as of yet, they can even outpoke you or outwin you on your lane. But it all depends, of course. Let's see if how they will be, you know, protecting their DS lane or how each of the teams will go about that. But for the meantime, as we can see in here, okay, a lot of good choices so far for the mid on the side of Mavis Fortune. They've been hovering out Pain, Zata. But what do you think, Vittorio, might be a good pick in here for the mid side of Mavis Fortune?
Anyone with the burst, like Crixie, it sure might be a good pick, but I don't know if you can catch a Violet with that. Saphira is not that good in the mid lane right now if you're gonna fight at poking. So I think it's just the best, you know, the best mages for them would be Crixie.
Crixie.
Yeah.
Oh, let's say about that. But definitely, though, the Crixie needs to be careful on the Volcath, especially if that hands would connect onto her. But for the meantime, they have opted for an Ignis, and I think that is even like, well, just alone on this specific hero. If the matchup is between the Volcath and the Ignis, I'm gonna be scared as an Ignis because, you know, I gotta be careful on that hands coming up from the Volcath. But overall, so far, I still like the first 3 picks from the side of Mavis Fortune. But Jinar, getting over in here, is this a good matchup against the Ignis? KazeeB?
Well, personally, if you want to really counter an Ignis, it has to be, I think what a good matchup would be like Crixie or, well, Crixie. I like Crixie because she has to knock up, and then she has that, her first skill is very long, has a long range, very straight damage. She can escape the, also the combo from the Ignis skills as well.
It feels like somehow Light Chasers is opting on to a comfort pick in here. They've been hovering a lot of Haliya as well as Yashar. Not really that part of the meta right now, but it could work. It depends on how they're gonna do it about it. But what can I say about the Killen pick in here for the jungle on the side of Team Light Chasers, Vittorio?
You know, for me, it's not a good choice if you're gonna go up with a Zip using a Killen. Especially if a very experienced Zip user would able to save his low health allies. It would really be a game changer because a Killen really depends on getting a kill to refresh his skills. So if he doesn't get that kill, he's gonna be open to all the CCs and damage from that team.
I was actually already liking that Rourke Hover a while ago, but because, you know, it's one of the best picks against assassins who will go up front of you. But for the meantime, they have settled onto a Zephyrus. They want to go add more tanky heroes onto their lineup. But yeah, let's ask our casters, which lineup do you actually personally prefer? Let's ask KazeeB first.
For me, even with just the first 3 picks, I already like the side of Mavis Fortune just because those are one of the top 3 picks that are either banned picks and prioritized in almost all tournaments.
Well, how about you, Vittorio? What is your take?
Yeah, I would still go with Mavis Fortune. They have the Laville, the Zip, you know, the Richter. They already, you know, just by the draft alone, you know how experienced they are. They know the current meta, but we'll see. And no game is very sure, as we all see in the games here in KCC. So let's just see how they execute their strategies in this game.
Yeah, and just like what Vittoria said, let's just see how it will go. Now I pass you on to our casters. It is going to be KazeeB and Vittorio. Take it away.
Yeah, thank you for that, Kaisaya. It's now Game 5 of KCC's Kaisaya's Community Cup. Now let's see if it's gonna be Light Chasers versus Mavis Fortune. So put in the comments below who do you think will win. Now for a quick recap of the composition of the both of the teams. Light Chasers has the Volcat, Ishar, that Senyo, Violet, and that Killen.
And for the side of Mavis Fortune, we have that Richer, the Zephyrus, the Ignis, the Laville, and the Zip. So since we have just started our game, we do see that the Ignis was able to fast clear along with the Zip, and they are already here on top lane so that they can gank onto this Volcast who's just level 1. There's so much burst damage coming from the 3 people. Are they gonna try to get this first blood in the tower? Oh my gosh, they think they're going to tower and really just get first blood. That I don't know if that was a worth kill though. Both of them are so very low right now. What do you think about that, Vittorio?
It is definitely worth because you know they get the first blood, they delay that Volcat, they deny in the first wave of the creeps. So, and also no one died at the side of Mavis Fortune, so we already know who is at an advantage. They already have a 0.4k advantage just early on in this game.
Yeah, and we do see that the Volcat is being really prioritized by Mavis Fortune. They're really trying to delay him as much as they can. We see that our Zephys and Richer have successfully secured the Spirit Sentinel as well, while the rest of the members of Mavis Fortune are just helping each other fast clear their lane so that they're able to rotate. They are now here around the Abyssal Dragon side. There are 3 members here with the Laville very close by. It's very easy for them to secure this with no contest from Light Chasers.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard for Light Chasers to contest. Their killer was not in a position. He went for the blue, and Mavis Fortune knows that the killer wasn't there. Look at that, Ignis just trying to poke and damage that killing so that he won't be ready for the next clash.
Yeah, and here in the bot lane, there are 4 people from the side of Light Chasers positioning around here, as well as our Mavis Fortune team. I think they want to delay our killing there, but they were already too late to arrive to steal the buff. But they do get this small camp over here.
And now they're just setting up the vision. They know they have the advantage with the zip. With that Zip Ignis Zephys combo, and they're just babysitting the Abyssal Dragon. They know that the Volca is already behind that Richter, which is at 1.6k. The every gold difference in the DS lane counts because it's almost always a 1v1 situation.
Yeah, but here we do see that the Zephys has already come here to the top to help the Richer, though I think that he should have stayed a little longer on the bush so that they could become so smart in trying to get this Volcat kill, because he was spotted. The Volcat spotted them very quickly there. Well, we do see a clash here in the mid lane. What an ultimate from the Ishar as well as the Zephys, but our Zephys is able to also get the kill onto the Ishar. The Furball is still alive though, but she dies with the rest of the members of our Mavis Fortune.
Yeah, it's no surprise there. The Ishar pick wasn't really that good against heroes that has dashes like Richter and Zephys. They won't be contained in that, in this SS. That Volca uses SS to survive that clash. Let's see if it's gonna go fight.
Yeah, he has used a lot of his skills to get to the Ignis, but he does not secure the kill. This is gonna be a 3v2 fight already here in the top lane. The Killen has now entered the tower. I'm not sure if he's gonna secure the kill onto the Ignis, and he does not, and he pays with his life there, but he does pop out his Endless Cycle.
Yeah, they're just having a lot of decision making that is very, very questionable. The Killen and the Ishar went in while that the Seniel and Volcat wasn't as responsive as they should be. So maybe there was a communication mix-up during that skirmish.
Yeah, and here in the bot lane, we do see that our Laville's very happy farming here. He's been getting a lot of gold. And being protected fairly well by the Zip as well. I do notice that the Zeph is really prioritizing to delay this Volcat even further. There's two-man gank onto him, and Volcat did not stand a chance in that gank here, and they will secure this top tier first tower of the game.
Yeah, I think they're trying to prove a point. Why do you need to put that Volcat into the first prio pick? It's gonna be hard for them, especially the Laville doesn't really have a trouble.
Oh, and they got a kill as well on the Ishar. I'm not sure if she got hit by the double trouble by the Laville, but with the burst coming from both the Zephys and the Richer, her life just couldn't. She just couldn't survive that.
I think a hit because Laville had a assist.
Yeah, but here in the bottom lane, this is a 3v2. Our Mavis Fortune team really wants to take this bottom tier tower, but the Killen has arrived to help his team. Oh, he just passed by, but he left the tower and his two teammates to die right after the onslaught. We do see that they're trying to get this Killen again from the side of Mavis Fortune, but they are unable to, but they were able to get a lot of advantages there.
Yeah, it's now a 0-7 in favor of Mavis Fortune. There isn't any answers yet from Light Chasers. So let's see what will happen. That Zep using his SS to bring in the creeps.
Yeah, very smart for him. That's one of the reasons why I really don't like Zip as an enemy. He can really either speed up or delay. Speed up your pushes and then delay the depths of your creeps as well. So very helpful as a support. So we do see that the Zephys uses his ultimate to steal the stage buff. He gets ulted by the Ishar as well, but they both flicker out so that they survive because there are 5 members of our Light Chasers team trying to get anything they can from our Mavis Fortune team. But with the Zip laying down minions here in the middle tier, first tower, I'm sure our Mavis team is able to get a tower. And the Zephys arrives here in the mid lane, getting more kills for his team, which leaves only 3 members of Light Chasers still alive here.
Yeah, there isn't really anything that they can do right now in terms of objectives, in terms of the farming. That Ignis bursted down that Killen at the mid lane without any regards to his life.
Yeah, we do see that the Ignis is very healthy right now, and the Zip is very close by, so he can just use his skills to keep them from harm and then give them a little shield. And while all of that was happening, we do see that the Zephys was able to secure on his own that Dark Slayer. We do see the Killen getting the first kill of our Light Chasers team on that Laville. So let's see what our Navis Fortune team is going to show us here in terms of their aggression with that Drake and how our Light Chasers teams are going to defend the base.
It doesn't really matter if that Laville died. He was able to take that tier 2 tower before he got killed. So I think it's still a very, very good trade. A tower over a hero is always, better.
Yeah.
Look here, they're trying to chase this Killen.
And they're able to get a stun by the Zip. But the Zenyals arrived here. We get 5 members here of Light Chasers ganking onto the Zip, and the Zip loses his life. There are no other people from the side of Mavis Fortune to help him. I think they're committing so much into this fight for Light Chasers team. They really want to get more kills here. The Zip has used this endless cycle as well, though. This will be a 5v5 yet again.
And for now, Mavis Fortune is very, very pushing their advantages. They know they have the gold lead. They know they have the damage, and that Zip is just annoying them.
What a nice double trouble by the Laville, being able to kill the Volcat as well as the Furball. There's so much burst damage coming from Mavis Fortune, and it's not enough for Light Chasers to even try to survive this clash. It's all 5 members just wipe out our Light Chasers team. Our Violet has used her endless cycle, I think, and though she's the only one to defend this tower, I'm not sure she has it in her to survive its onslaught by Mavis Fortune, and they do secure the win with tower locking this game.
Yeah, and for the Game 5 winners, it's gonna be Mavis Fortune with those dominating plays. Like I said, since Game 1, there's only dominating plays one after another. Now let's call on Kaisaya for a brief analysis of the game. Kaisaya.
Well, I think it is mostly Team Mavis Fortune really going for more objective plays and knowing who to shut down early on. You know, it feels like they know that they might have a problem later on if this is going to be a well-fed Volcath. So a while ago, you keep on pointing out that, oh, they keep on, you know, ganking the top side where the Volcath was. And that is just an okay decision. So they just have to choose maybe between the Violet or the Volcath, but they thought the Volcath might be that of a problem on the later part of the game. So they just capitalize on bullying that lane out, and other things they just go for more objectives. And at the same time, I think what went wrong for the side of Light Chasers is that they keep on chasing targets, they keep on chasing for kills. A while ago, they, you know, a lot of time was bought wherein they tried to go for a kill onto the top side instead of just going for a counter objective while they know that they are already losing on the other end of the map. But in the end, I guess it is just now will boil down onto how these teams will learn from the mistakes. You know, this is one of the reasons why we also have this kind of community event. There's still hope for Light Chasers to hopefully make a comeback from the lower bracket. But of course, congratulations to Mavis Fortune. Not even one turret has fallen down because they will be moving on to the next round in the upper bracket. Round 3. But how about you, KazeeB and Vittorio? Apart from the things that I've mentioned, are there any other points in here that you can share to our viewers, or maybe for Light Chasers too, or Mavis Fortune? Something that you want to commend, or something that you want to point out, mistakes that must be corrected in the future games? Let's ask KazeeB first.
Well, for me, actually, when we started the draft, I thought the Volcath was going to be a jungle for their team. And I think it would have worked better in a lineup if he was the jungler rather than being in the lane, because it was easy for, I think it would have been easier for Mavis Fortune to know who to shut down early if they knew who they wanted to just get out of the map right away.
Yeah, well, for sure. But how about you, Vittorio? What do you think about that game?
Yeah, well, in my point of view, it was about the drafting. There was a lot more priority picks. I know you like that Volcath, but there's no pro teams or any experienced teams that would pick Volcath over a Zip or maybe a Leville.
As a priority, right?
Yes, and also the vision of Light Chasers was very, very subpar. The only reason there was a very, very early gank at that time was because there was no communication about the Senial, where the position of the enemy teams are.
Yeah, and looking at the itemizations right now, you can see that Senial wasn't even making use of a vision item. So, well, it all depends. You can mix and match depending on what you need. But yeah, at the later part of the game, especially when you no longer have any turrets on your side, you gotta, I do believe, well, personally me, I do believe that you gotta change to a vision item. So at least you know if you are still safe to even go out of your own jungle. But yeah, lessons learned, and I do believe there's still hope for making a comeback, or if not, we'll improving ourselves, our teams, as individuals, micro play or macro play. But for the meantime, that was it for Mavis Fortune versus Light Chasers. Congratulations still for both teams, GGWP. And up next will be two Philippine teams, Venusians versus INGENIOUS. So yeah, to our viewers, don't you forget typing out that exclamation point notify on our Facebook live stream. Do share the live stream as well. Add the hashtag KCCAOV in the shared post. And of course, I want to thank our sponsors again. Thank you so much, Garena AOV Indonesia, Richard Tyers from Scotland, Srank Gaming, and of course, Arthelion Gaming. We'll just be heading on to a really short break, guys. We'll just prepare the next team. For the meantime, again, I'm Kaisaya, and with me is KazeeB and Vittorio. We'll be back after a few minutes break.
大事な人を助けたいって気持ち、私にもよくわかるから。
君たちは俺が絶対に守るから。やっ！
大事な人を助けたいって気持ち、私にもよくわかるから。行くわよ。終わりよ。耐えた。待ちなさい。
ライトニングボール
スタースプラッシュ。キリト君は私が守る。決める。
ライトニングボール
スタースプラッシュ。キリト君は私が守る。決める。今。
Okay guys, we're back here at the Kaisaya Community Cup. This is the last series that will be hosted and streamed. There will be a lot of matches actually. We will be live up until 11:30 p.m. right before midnight. But the rest of after this match, the rest of this series will be won't be having any host and casters already. So yeah, but for the meantime, you're currently seeing the lobby in here prepared for Venusians versus INGENIOUS. And before anything else, again, I'd like to give huge shout outs to our sponsors: Garena Indonesia, Richard Tyers from Scotland, Srank Gaming, Arthelian Gaming. And so our dear audiences, this is your last chance on typing that exclamation point, notify, and sharing this live stream with the hashtag KCCAOV, and make sure it's public, all right, so that we can see that. And yes, everything is set up for the side of INGENIOUS in here. They're all inside the lobby, but we're waiting for one more member for Venusians. So a while ago, off cam, we were talking about how we know these players are. Maybe you can share a thing or two. Let's start with the KazeeB.
Well, I know most of the members of INGENIOUS. I've played with them a lot, and also I'm super close friends with Unique as well. While on the side of Venusians, I've also played with Justine and Winsera from time to time. They're also very good players.
Yeah, how about you, Vittorio? Maybe you know. I think for as long as there are ladies in the lobby, you know them.
No, I don't. I actually don't
Oh,
know.
really?
I don't know with the Venusians. I only know maybe the INGENIOUS team where Unique is staying. Not very acquainted with, and
Oh.
you know, I'm gonna deny the allegations that I know all the good players because I don't.
All right, if you say so, then. But yeah, we gotta wait for one member from the side of Venusians. Hopefully, they complete it on time because, as per our tournament rules, we will disqualify whoever is lacking in the lobby. So for whichever team was lacking one member or two or whatever, for as long as they are still incomplete, they have to be disqualified. So we just have to follow our rules. But hopefully, everyone will get inside the lobby soon. But yeah, there you go. Rojan Ulep already laughing out loud for you, Vittorio, because you are denying the allegations.
Because it's not true.
Because it's not true. Yeah, we were talking about having some female players in here. So we know that my female team, Liyab, Haliya, is already part of the tournament. We have to make a comeback for from the lower bracket. But these two teams also have some female in their lineup. And how sometimes I think KZ knows this, how grateful we are when sometimes we are part of that acceptance, wherein doesn't matter if one team consists of one female or two female or whatever, and it shows right now wherein actually you can see Unique, part of INGENIOUS, on the top side, on the blue side, and you can see Justin and Winsera onto the red side too. But yeah, maybe KazeeB, you want to tell some insights about the competitive scene for females, for female players?
Well, actually, in Indonesia, it's actually very popular. There was a tournament at ICG that was an invitational. There's also an open qualifier as well. So, I think there's always a market for a girls tournament as long as there are willing players to join, which I think there are a lot. I know a lot of people who like to play this game and even other MOBAs. So, yeah.
Yeah, hopefully so. Now I'm going to ask Vittoria again. Have you do you most of the time play with the female players?
I stream, and if you tune into my stream, to my supporters, they know I just don't play with just girl players. Whoever wants to join me to play, then I play with them, not just because they're female.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, let me just check on our players right now. Maybe you, KazeeB, and Vittorio would want to shout out some of your friends on the live stream too.
What I don't know what the players are doing. They're having a hold-on battle.
Yeah, I mean, they're looking for their sub. Hopefully, we complete this, so at least What service is this? Oh,
Oh
my
my god,
goodness!
sorry.
Unfortunately, well, that we can't make any amendments on the rule. With the lobby expired exactly at 10 minutes, right after the lobby was created, we dropped it on Discord, and yeah, unfortunately, we have to follow by the rules. So it is Team Venusians getting disqualified from this last series for our day 7. So, well, congratulations to Ingenious. That was quite unfortunate though for Venusians. Try to make a comeback from the lower bracket, but we have to move forward and just play by the rules. For the meantime, well, that was like an anticlimactic finale for our stream right now, having ended up with a disqualification. I'm so sorry, guys, but yeah, can't make any amendments anymore. But as we close on this event, we have to. Although it's anticlimactic, but let's just do it anyway. So yeah, before we end the stream, KazeeB, Vittorio, maybe you'd like to promote any of your streams, upcoming streams, when you're streaming next. What else can they watch out for on your pages? Let's start with KazeeB.
For me, guys, I don't really have a set streaming schedule because I have work and stuff. But most of the time, I do try to do it on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. If you haven't liked and followed my page, it's the link is already on the video below, fb.com/KazeeB. And then thank you for all the people who have continually supported me. Also, to shout outs to Mikos also, because he commented a while ago in the video. Love your professional caster, Dom. Shed some knowledge onto us. Yeah, so that's it, guys.
Yes, how about you, Vittorio?
I just like to take the time to shout out my supporters in Vittorio Gaming, the 11 p.m. Curfew Esports, the One Snap Esports AOV family. Special mention to the people who I've seen commenting in your video and my video. So to Matthew Tanchaco, Patrick Tamunday, Monica Jane, Chito, and then Stephanie Akiara Toyama. And again, shout out to Monica Jane.
That special shout out. But yes, guys, again, we're closing the stream, but there will be more up next tonight. Although there won't be a host or a caster, you can see more action-packed matches. Anton at Robin Malande versus Random, BANAL BOYZ versus PDeye Indexing, Dolphin Squad versus Tough Gaming, Vendetta Esports versus Liyab Haliya, No Mercy versus BossGamingPH and Friends, IU.ASW versus Moonlight Valiant, Demonic Team versus SilverKnight, and Happy Birthday versus Team Ravenous. See, that's a lot of action still that you can tune out on my page right after this stream. But for the meantime, we do really have to close it now. Thanks to our sponsors again, Garena AOV Indonesia, Richard Tyers from Scotland, Srank Gaming, and Arthilion Sada. For the meantime, this is KazeeB, Vittorio, and me, Kaisaya, signing out for our casted event. See you tomorrow.